Hello everyone, welcome to my video contribution for the Azure Advent Calendar. My name is Wim Matthyssen and in this session I will talk about Azure Service Health, an Azure service which helps you to remain informed about Azure service issues and maintenance. Before we go ahead, I first want to thank Richard Hooper and Gregor Sutti for organizing this Azure Advent Calendar. It's really a great way to share your knowledge and to give something back to the community. This is what community is all about. It's like they say, real community power. So I'm really glad to be part of this online event and I hope you will learn something from this video and the according blog post. On the agenda there are some different topics. First of all, I will start with a short introduction of the Azure Service Health service and why you should use it, followed by a detailed walkthrough of the different Azure Service Health features and capabilities. Next to that, I will also cover some things you should keep in mind while using this service. And then, of course, it's time for a demo. And completely at the end, I will go through the key takeaways to show you a few things you really should remember about this session and Azure Service Health Service. To share a little bit about myself, like I said before, my name is Wim Matthyssen. I'm living in Belgium and working as a cloud architect. On a daily basis, I work with Azure and the complete Microsoft hybrid cloud platform stack from A to Z, like they say, going from designs through implementations and also providing Azure-related workshops and trainings to customers. Since May of this year, I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer, and next to that, I'm also a board member of the BMIF user group, which is a Belgian user group covering all topics related to Azure and enterprise client management like SCCM and Intune. I also blog and speak a lot about my daily experiences with Azure, Hyper-V and Windows 10. So if you're interested, you can always find my blogs on my site https://wimmatthyssen.com. Like most IT professionals these days, I'm also on Twitter. So if you ever want to reach out, or when you have a question, or even just when you want to say hi, you can always contact me through my Twitter handle @Wim So, what is Azure Service Health all about? Think about one morning, you come in the office and you see everyone is in panic because a subset of your Azure VMs is unavailable. Your first thought is, did someone did something wrong? Or can it be caused by an issue in the Azure backbone or in the data center where your Azure resources are located? So you're kind of a little bit in a blind spot. Luckily for you, there is a service called Azure Service Health, which is a free service that can help you in this situation. The service can notify you of issues that are impacting your resources or services. It can help you understand those issues, what the impact is, and it also will give you personal guidance and support. It will also keep you informed on how Microsoft is resolving the issue and will keep you updated until the issue is completely resolved. As a predecessor of Azure Service Health, you had and still have the Azure Status page, a web page which allows you to track major outages by showing the status of all Azure services and regions. You can find the link in the RSS feed at the right bottom of the screen. I myself use this page on a regular basis, and that's why I also have it pinned in my favorites bar in my Edge browser, so I can really find it quickly and open it. The biggest difference with Azure Service Health is that this page doesn't show you all health information and that it's not personalized. So it will not show you specifically the things that are causing issues for your specific Azure environments. It will also not show you when plant maintenance is ahead or doesn't give you personalized health advisories about all your Azure resources. It will not automatically alert you and inform you of a certain issue. So whenever you think there is an issue, you need to open the page and need to take a look at it by yourself. But from time to time it can come in handy. First of all, to have a global view or of an Azure issues, or whenever you have an issue and you're not able to log into the Azure portal or use the Azure Service Health service in any way. So yeah, keep it pinned in your browser because it can assist you in combination with the Azure Service Health service. So you have three different types of events where Azure Service Health can inform you about. The first one is service issues. Like I already have said, this informs you about outages and issues that could cause problems for specific resources that you have running within your Azure subscriptions. And secondly, it can give you visibility when plant maintenance is on hand for your Azure VMs. Here you can see which VMs are undergoing maintenance, and you can also start the redeployment of those VMs in the self-service window. In this way, it can help you to mitigate any possible downtime that might occur during a plant maintenance window, and will keep you in control of your VMs during maintenance. And the last service health event that it will advise you with is health advisories. Here you get informed about Azure features or services you're using that are, for example, being phased out or replaced by another Azure services. It can also inform you if you exceed, for example, a specific user quota. On this slide, you can see an example of how an active service issue is shown in the Azure portal. So when you open the Azure portal, go to the Azure Service Health blade and click on Service Issues. You can click on an active issue and then you can see a summary of impact, read about the root cause, and also follow all ongoing updates as the engineering team is in charge of the fix, updates their incident log. On the right hand side, you can also see that you can download a summary of the issue in a PDF format, which you can then send to everyone who needs to be aware of the issue. So maybe you manage an environment for a customer, and by downloading the PDF, you can inform your customer that there is an issue with the Azure backbone and how Microsoft is taking care of it. You can also track the issue on your mobile device by using the provided QR code, or you can even download a link to use as a reference in your problem management system. On this slide, you can see an example of an health advisory. Just like with a service issue, you see a summary, and also you can see how the issue is updated. Mostly there is also a required action you need to follow, which shows you the steps to fully mitigate the issue. Like in this example is the case for the log analytics workspace located in West Europe. At the bottom, you have those steps you need to follow, and if you follow those steps, the problem is resolved. So service health alerting. For alerting, first of all, you can pin a personalized health world map to your portal dashboard, which, for example, only shows issues for your business critical subscriptions, regions, and Azure resources. Simply said, you just select only what you want to see, and when there is an issue, a dot on the world map will turn red, and you know there's something wrong, and you need to take a look at it. Next to that, you can also configure service health alerts. Because Azure Service Health is integrated in the back with Azure Monitor, you can set up an alert which automatically notifies all appropriate people in your organization via, first of all, email, otherwise text message, even with push notifications or webhooks. So those people can get informed when a specific resource is impacted by an issue. The creation of a service health alert is also integrated in the recommendations in the Azure Advisor. So when you don't set up such a service health alert, you will be informed about setting it up and how to set it up in the new category blade operational excellence. At the bottom, you can see a screenshot of of that specific trigger's recommendation. So if you click on the description, you will be redirected to the Azure Service Health page where you can create a service health alert. There are also some other features you can use in the Service Health Blade. One of them is the health history, where you can browse back up to 90 days to view all previous issues. And for a more personalized view of the health of a resource, let us say your virtual machines that you have deployed, you can use the resource health link. The health of a resource can be displayed as one of the following statuses. First, you have available, which means all is fine with the resources. In the case of a virtual machine, your VM is running and doing everything it's expected to be doing. Then you have the status unavailable, which means that the Azure Service Health Service detected an ongoing platform or non-platform event that affects the resource and why the resource probably isn't working like it should. Then you have the status unknown. Mostly this status turns up when resource health didn't receive any information about the resource for more than 10 minutes. So maybe a specific VM is rebooted and didn't came up anymore. Then could be that this status will be shown. And finally, you have also the status degraded, which means your resource has a loss in performance and you should take a look at it to get it running like it should. So there are also some things you should keep in mind. First of all, you can access the service held through through the Azure portal, Azure PowerShell, Azure CLI, or API. You can see information for any of your subscriptions. You only need specific rights. You should be at least be an owner, contributor, or have reader access. Even a problem isn't fixed when an issue should be resolved, you can directly contact support to help you assist to get a problem resolved. So you don't need to go to the support page to make a new support ticket. You can directly do it from the Azure Service Health Blade. Because Azure Service Health is a free service, it doesn't have an SLA. And as a community member, also a thing you can do is giving feedback through the Azure Service Health user voice. Maybe you want something be added to the Service Health service, or maybe you think about something that can make the service better. You can always leave a suggestion through a user voice, and maybe Microsoft will pick it up and implement it. So with this all being said, it's now time for the demo. So let's go ahead. For the purpose of time, I already logged into the Azure portal. So there are different ways you can reach the Azure Service Health Blade. One of them is by using the Azure Global Search Bar. So if you go to it and just type in Azure Service Health, the Azure Service Health icon will be shown underneath Services. Just click on it and you will be redirected to the Azure Service Health Blade. A nice feature of using the global search bar is that whenever you search for a specific Azure service, like in our case Azure Service Health, links to all documentation pages will also be shown. If you click on a link, a new tab will open with the selected documentation. I will now close this tab again. A second way to reach Azure Service Health Blade is by using the sidebar. If the Azure Service Health icon isn't shown, like in my case for the moment, you can add it by selecting all services. Just type in Azure Service Health in the search bar, hover over it, it will pop up, and just pin the star. Then it will be added at the bottom of the sidebar, and from there you can drag and drop it to wherever you want on the sidebar. Third option to reach it is by using Azure Monitor. Because Azure Service Health is integrated with Azure Monitor, you can also reach it from over there. So if you click on it, you can see Azure Service Health is also added in the Azure Monitor pane. The last option is from the Azure Status page, where you can see a more global view of the status of all your Azure resources. So if you open up the status page, you can see a more global view of all services in all regions. And on top, you see an icon, a button, sorry, where you can click on to go directly to your personalized service health. If you now open Azure Service Health page from the sidebar, you can see the 3 different events where you can be informed about. First one is service issues. For example, you can see there was an issue in the last 5 days. You can click on it over there. You also have plant maintenance. If you click on plant maintenance, you can see all VMs that need some maintenance, have plant maintenance scheduled. In my case, no VMs are there. If that's the case, if there are VMs in this blade, from there you can also redeploy them to another host which has already undergone plant maintenance. And a third option is a health advisory. Over there, for example, you get informed if you overreach a certain quota, and from there you can handle and deal with that issue. We also have the health history. If we click on that one, you can see all issues. In this case, I already selected the last 3 months. So all issues, service issues from the last 3 months will be popped up. If we take a look at this issue, you can click on the summary. You can read all about the summary, the impact, root cause, how Microsoft is dealing with the issues, and what the next steps were. You can also see all different issue updates, and you can see the root cause analysis, and you can also download it to directly into a PDF. If we click on the summary and we click on the PDF, a new action will be triggered and a PDF file will be downloaded. You can open that specific file and you can see it's in a more readable version. This way you can send it to all the people that need to be aware of this specific issue. Or for example, if you're working for a customer, you can send this PDF and let the customer be aware of the issue and how Microsoft is solving with it. I will close these 2 links again. You can also scan the QR code. So in that way, you can read about the issue on your mobile device. And also another feature you have is that you can download a link. In that way, you can copy it to your clipboard and you can paste it in your problem management system. And everybody who needs to be aware and uses that problem management system can read all about this issue from over there. If you want a more detailed view of the health of a specific resource or specific resources, you can click on the Resource Health tab. You can select your subscription. In my case, there is only one. You select the resource type you want to show. For example, we'll select virtual machines. So my 2 VMs in this case will pop up. You can see all is green, so I'm aware that the resource of both VMs is like it should. If you want to dig a little bit deeper, you can click on a specific VM and you can see the health history over a longer period of time. You can open it, see what was wrong, how it was resolved, is it deployed. So it's an easy way from a central place to look at specific resources instead of looking at those resources one by one. We can also, like I said in the presentation, pin a world map to our dashboard. So to do that, you select all subscriptions you want to see at that world map. In my case, just one. You can select the regions. I will only select all is too much. I'm only using West Europe, so I'll select that one. Yeah, you can ever select whatever resource you want to be informed about when there is an issue. Yeah, for the purpose of time, I will leave it to under 65. You pin on the icon, give the query a name. I will use it, name it demo1. You can click on OK, and the world map will be pinned to your dashboard. You can see I only selected the West Europe region, so for the moment there are no issues in that region for non-Azure resource because I selected all of them. So everything is green. If there's a problem with a specific resource, that dot will show red, and then you know there's something wrong with that resource. Final thing I want to show is how to create a Azure Service Health alert. Like I also said in the presentation, Azure Advisor has a new tab available. It's called Operational Excellence. If you open that one and you didn't already create an Azure Service Health alert, it will pop up as a recommendation. You can click on it from over here. It will directly, if you click on the recommended actions, it will redirect you to the Azure Service Blade to create a rule. So once again, you can select your subscription. Yeah, that I have only one. You select all Azure resources you want to be informed about. You can select the regions. We'll go for West Europe, so probably it's on top. Okay, it's over here. You select health criteria, so the 3 event types you want to be informed about. If you just want to be informed about service issues, just select that one. You need to add an action group. I already created one. This one will send an email to a specific email address when a specific issue will arise. In my blog post, I will explain how you can easily create it with Azure PowerShell. So I select that one. We'll give it a name, alert rule Azure Advent Calendar. Give a description, alert rule Azure Advent Calendar. You need to also place it in a resource group. I will take my management resource group and I will create a rule. So if you now go back to our service health dashboard, Blade, sorry, and open health alerts, you will see a new alert rule is created that will inform me if something is wrong in this specific subscription. It's in the West Europe region, and it will send a test email. So that's all for the demo. So before I close off, I will go through the key takeaways. First of all, you should always use Azure Service Health because it's completely free and it can really help you. It should always be your first place to look whenever an Azure issue occurs. It will guide you during Azure service issues, will help you with plant maintenance, and will give you health advisories. You should always combine it with the use of the Azure status page. And always create an Azure Service Health alert to be automatically informed about issues in your Azure environment. So thank you for your attention, and I hope you learned something from this video and the according blog post. Be sure to check out all other contributions to the Azure Advent Calendar. There will be a lot of interesting topics covered, so please go check them out. And also don't forget to tweet about it with the hashtags Azure Advent Calendar and Azure Family. Happy holidays!